Happy New Year, everybody. Jason Grandon here with the GRANDON GROUP, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team. And you are watching, yes, I said watching, an episode of the LOCKBOX. You can also listen to it on podcast. And as promised, we are going to do video on each podcast because that's what many of you requested. So, first of all, thank you for making us the Arizona's #1 lifestyle and real estate podcast out there. It is an honor to be up there on these podcasts because when you're sitting here and you're talking, you're just like, God, is anyone listening to this stuff? And it is amazing how many people actually from all over the world call and ask questions about real estate, about Arizona lifestyle, about different events going on. And it's an honor that they call us to do it. And so my sister and I, and of course our families, are very, very happy that we are Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team, the GRANDON GROUP. We're also powered by the #2 brokerage out here, my home group, who just tied in with Fathom Realty. So we have 2 brokerages that we're tied into, and our international and worldwide outreach for real estate is huge. So anyways, I want to get on with the show here and stuff. I'll be reading off some of my notes. You'll see my head turn time to time because you can't see that on the podcast. But we'll work on this. I am working on the studio, as you can see. We're here in my office, so we still got Christmas stuff up and all this stuff. But I wanted to make sure we get this out because I'm a little bit late getting it out. And I want to make sure we're consistent with the LOCKBOX. This season, we are going to have some wild guests. I've got rock star celebrities coming on. I've got sports athletes. I've got agents that work in the sports field. They're going to come on here, and we're going to talk to everybody. Now, I do get some questions. I'll be out once in a while, and people will be like, why do you bring other realtors on and stuff? Listen, this is an industry where if the realtors are not working together, you're probably going to fail. We all need to work together. The real estate market in Arizona is still hot. Yeah, it's simmered down a little bit, but you know what? What a better place to live. First of all, we haven't had 4 months of no rain. It is literally 80 degrees outside, so you can see I'm not in my best button-down shirt, but shorts and t-shirt. It is just absolutely fantastic outside, and it's spring weather, which if you're a native like myself, you're like, oh, the spring weather, it's absolutely perfect. What am I complaining about? But the fact is that I know right around the corner is a heat. I do think we're getting a cold wave, though, starting next week, so hey, it's January as well. Barrett-Jackson, Phoenix Open, Arabian Horse Show, The Raining Show, car shows, Culinary Fest, Music Fest. We have it all. This town is packed. For those of you that are looking for short-term rentals right now, if you do not have your rental, odds have it you're probably going to have a tough time finding one. But again, the GRANDON GROUP, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team, can certainly find you one. Okay, so we approached the end of the year. It went off without a hitch. I hope everybody had a good time. It's obviously natural to start thinking about the future. What will 2025 bring? What goals are you going to set? What goals are we going to set? What dreams will we chase? So the GRANDON GROUP, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team, and the LOCKBOX, of course, and our blog, which is on the GRANDONGROUP.com. We believe that 2025 is the year of Jubilee. And actually, it is the year of Jubilee. The concept of the year of Jubilee, it's rooted in biblical traditions, and it's a time of renewal. So, occurring every 50 years is a time when debts were forgiven, land was restored to original owners, just a whole bunch of different little things that make it the year of Jubilee. And so we are expecting 2025 to be a great year. Again, we don't get into politics on the show or anything like that, but we did have an election year. We had a very hot summer. That accounted for some of the slowdown, plus interest rates didn't help. We are expecting a lot of that to change. Keep our fingers crossed. It is going to be a good year. For those of you that have been sitting on the fence about buying, I would think about jumping off, because if these rates do drop, which we do think they're going to, that house that you were looking at $400,000 is going to go up in value, and if you're qualified at $400,000, you're not going to afford that home anymore. So call us up, let us introduce you to some killer lenders, and we will get going home. So Jubilee, why 2025 should be your year of Jubilee? Well, you know what? Let's talk about number one, a fresh start with real estate. So As many of you already know, owning a property isn't just about having a place to live. It's about building wealth, stability, and a sense of accomplishment. No matter where you are financially, okay? And I get this call every day, especially on instantrenters.com. We get this call every day. I can't buy a house, got home a down payment saved up, okay? And the problem being, there are programs out there where the state will give you money. There are so many different things that these awesome lenders offer. There's no reason that should be an excuse. Do not let money hold you back from achieving owning a dream. Second thing, and I've been telling everybody this for quite a while, you already own a home. What? What do you mean I already own a home? I'm renting. Yeah, that's right. You own a home already. Every time you're making a payment either for your landlord or you're going to make a payment for yourself. It's up to you. Personally, I think you're better off keeping the money in your pocket and building the equity yourself instead of building it for someone else. I talked to a guy here a couple weeks ago. He's been paying $3,500 a month for 7 years. He's paid over $200,000 to this guy's mortgage. This could have been his house. And on top of that, when he rented the house 7 years ago, the house was only worth $700,000 maybe, and now it's well over $1.6 million. That's what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about buying a home. This is the wealth we're talking about. And listen, every home is not your last home, and every home that you buy doesn't have to be some big mansion with 2 stories and a pool. Just get a place that's comfortable. Live. Make it a home. That's what's important. So it's about, this should be the year, this should be the month that you reach out and really start talking about whether buying a first home or upgrading your dream home or investing in real estate is in the cards for you. And quite honestly, it should be in the cards for you because it's in the cards for everybody. Number 2, fixing finances and setting goals. Okay, so the year of Jubilee is about resetting. So letting go of past burdens, focusing on brighter future. There's a lot of outside things that hold a lot of us back from being able to purchase, to being able to do anything real estate. Got to let that go. You know what? It's time to take a little bit of a risk and do it. Let go of whatever is ailing you and start focusing on a brighter future. There are so many great things out there. And hey, listen, I know it's easier said than done. There's many ways to help. I mean, you know, some people do great. I mean, we've got a couple clients that actually go to church now and they found that this works. We have others that go to group sessions and fellowship and that helps them and stuff. Take control of your debt, improve your credit, and create a financial plan for financial freedom. Now, again, I don't want to get into telling you how to spend your money and stuff. Go out, go to the movies, enjoy it. I mean, we do. I mean, we go out a lot. We're doing a lot of fun stuff. But it's time just to take a look back. First of all, things are so expensive. I don't know about you guys, but Christmas time was ridiculous. Going out to eat, while it's not even that much fun anymore, it's expensive. So just kind of take a look at some of that stuff. Hey, I understand more than anyone. Life happens, but with the right people around you, there's no reason anybody should feel stuck in a rental or unable to buy a home in 2025. We are going to make this happen. Call us up. For those of you that, you know, I have a different approach than my son Jaden, for example, or my sister Stacy. Reach out to us, figure out what the approach is. And, you know, sometimes it takes just talking to people to make things happen. So fixing finances and setting goals should be key. And listen, nobody is too far in debt or anything like that. There's ways to get this stuff fixed, and we'll help you. Yes, we're the top-notch real estate agents, but you know what? Sometimes just talking about finances can really get the ball moving. Third, why owning property matters. And believe it or not, we get a lot. I get a lot of emails on that, almost that question identical. Well, you know, why does owning a property matter? If something breaks, can have the landlord fix it. Well, if you own a home, the home warranty company will fix it because we buy you one when you buy a house. Listen, real estate is more than just a transaction. Okay? It's a legacy. Owning property gives you tangible assets and you can grow in value and create opportunities for future generations. So if you have kids, think about that. I mean, listen, you're renting a house 3 years from now. If you owned it, you're paying the same amount, but you've built equity. Every time you put that money in the bank, it's like putting in a savings. So if you can't save, every time you make a house payment, it's like a savings account after 2 or 3 years. So it's also about having something that's truly yours. There's something that's it just kind of burns in you when you feel like, oh, you know what, this is mine. And I'll tell you, in college, and this is kind of funny. So my parents paid for college for me until I failed a class. And so I had to retake this class. And my dad was like, you failed it, you pay for it. You screwed around, and I did. And so I was like, okay, fine. So I took it in a summer class, paid for it, and I'll tell you what, I worked my butt off on it and aced the class because I paid for it. Owning property matters, folks. It's something that we all need to experience. It's something that's yours. It can't be taken away, and it just creates a whole different aura in your world. And it'll help create your year of Jubilee and make it fantastic. Okay, so number 4, the GRANDON Group, Arizona's number 1 brother and sister real estate team, are your partners in restoration. What does that mean? Just like the year of Jubilee was about helping people reclaim land and reset their lives, my sister and I and the rest of our team are here to guide you through the process of home ownership. Whether you're starting fresh, whether you're moving up, moving down, moving out, investing, whatever it is, renting, we have the tools, knowledge, and the resources to make it happen. Especially with this new company we're with, I've got literally within seconds, thousands of people right at my fingertips. If I don't know the answer, or we don't know the answer to the question, we will find it, and we'll have you several answers that you can decide from. In addition, since the GRANDON Group is brokered by my home group and Fathom Realty, having the worldwide reach is beyond amazing. So we get a network with the entire world of real estate, and we can show you what's out there. And listen, there's a lot out there. There's even some great stuff that you might say, hey, I want to invest, but maybe I don't want to invest in Arizona. Maybe I want to go to Alabama or Michigan or Louisiana or just one of these other states. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we have access to it. So how do we make 2025 the year of Jubilee? Yes, Jason, you told me you can help with this. Listen, part of it's a mindset. So if everything's negative, we just got to change some stuff and make sure it stays positive. And that's what we're here to do. So let's start planning. Let's take a look at, let's get, first of all, with a lender or a financial advisor, which we have. And let's set some clear goals. Let's create a plan. There is not a person that I'm talking to right now that's out there. I don't care what your situation is. There is not a person out there that cannot own a home by the end of this year. If that's what you want to do, we can make it happen. We have financial advisors, title companies, and everything you need to get started. So just call. And listen, you know what? I know sometimes that first call is kind of, hey, I'm 50 years old. I'm just now buying a house, or I want to sell this. Listen, there's no stupid questions out there. And trust me when I tell you, we've all been there. All right? Dream big. So whether it's a cozy starter home, whether you want a sprawling estate with horse property, 9.5 acres like we have in Cave Creek, or a basement home with a pickleball court like we have here in Cave Creek, listen, don't let fear hold you back. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. And listen, there's other ways to finance too. Maybe you have some cash and you want to move a little faster than going through a loan. Consider a seller carry. And again, we can get you hooked up with some of those. So the big thing is, commit to ownership. The rental market is unpredictable. And trust me when I tell you, we own instantrenters.com. We've been doing rentals a very long time. It is unpredictable. I mean, right now, the way some of the rules have changed, it's slowed down the rental market. But owning a property puts you in control. As I mentioned in past blogs or podcasts, if you already own a home, you're either buying it for yourself or you're buying it for your landlord. It's as simple as that. Make 2025 your year to start building equity for yourself and stop with this paying the landlord, making him rich and stuff. Okay, so let me just give you a couple closing thoughts real quick on the year of Jubilee, and then we'll fill you in on some fun stuff like we like to in the podcast. And again, you know what, guys? Thank you again for making this a number 1 podcast. I'm really excited to have a little bit of a different background here, which will be a little more professional looking set than just my office. Excuse me, but I'm excited to have some of these guests that we have on. Plus, we're starting a little program where we'll meet you in the coffee shop on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday with a lender or an attorney or the mayor or a special guest, and we will, talk about real estate or answer any questions you might have. So listen, closing thoughts. 2025 is not just another year. It's an opportunity to take control of your life, your finances, and your future. Whether you see the year of Jubilee or simply as a fresh start, fine, it is. There's no better time to start focusing on real estate ownership and make it a priority. So listen, at the GRANDON Group, which we're powered by My Home Group and Fathom Realty, we believe in the power of real estate to transform lives. And I don't want to sound like some salesy guy here and stuff, but listen, it actually works. I've watched a couple people. In fact, we've got some really good friends that moved here from out of state, up in like Washington area, and real estate made them beyond wealthy. I mean, they went from, great jobs and stuff like that, but they went to ultra wealth, and it's fantastic. We love seeing that, and it's amazing just watching their lifestyle change. And they haven't changed; they're still great people, but now they can, hey, we want to add on to the house, or we want to maybe take a little bit longer vacation, this or that. It just changes everything. Even the attitude at work is different. So listen, make 2025 a year to stop dreaming and start doing, because owning property isn't just a possibility, it is a birthright. Now, with that said, I don't want to get the emails, see, Jason, the government should be buying this property. No, they shouldn't. You should be buying a property because it's so much more fulfilling. So, thank you for watching the Lockbox. That's our show here. You're going to be seeing a lot of it this year. Let us know what you want to talk about. Like I said, we talk about everything. And thank you for making us Arizona's #1 lifestyle and real estate podcast. And also thank you for making the GRANDON Group Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team. Okay, real quick, let me get into Arizona here. There is a ton going on. It's nonstop. And I got to tell you, 2024 went so fast, it's not even funny. I'm trying to still figure out where it went. Don't let May roll around, June, autumn, and then we're back in the fall and Christmas again. Don't let that happen. Roll around and then things can happen. We got 30 days per month per year. Get on it. If you want help with stuff, that's what we're here for. Let's make things happen. You want to buy an investment property? Call us up. We'll help you out. And hey, I'll make sure it's positive income for you. You want to buy some real estate? Let's do it. We'll help you with that too. We are not going to let you get out there. And this is funny too. Before I let you guys go, I had an email, and there's a lot of realtors out here. There's some really great realtors. Don't get me wrong, and a lot of them are friends and acquaintances, and they do these podcasts, but they kind of set the podcast up for them and the other realtors. Hey, let me tell you how to get leads. Let me tell you how to do this or that. For those of you that asked that question to me, we do this podcast for you, okay? Yes, my sister and I, we love selling real estate. We love bringing Arizona. By nature, I'm a promoter. As many of you know, I've been in the industry for a long time. You can see by some of the pictures, some of the celebrities we have back there. That's the kind of stuff we do. I love Arizona. I love being able to promote Arizona. I can tell you a ton about Arizona, and I'm more interested in you coming here and creating a lifestyle than I am about telling other realtors about how great it is. So that's kind of the route we go with the GRANDON Group. We're here to show you that, hey, Anthem has a totally different personality than Stetson Hills. Stetson Hill has a totally different personality than Pinnacle Peak Estates. Every area offers something different, every different type of lifestyle. If you're the kind of person who wants to just go home and I want to be left alone and just go in and shut the blinds, there's an area for you. If you're older person who wants not to be around kids, you want a 55 and older community, but man, you got to be on the golf course every day and you got to be doing something and you're active. Hey, there's a lot of places like that out here, and there's some really great places. Hey, Jason, I need a place to eat. Trust me, I can tell you some great places to eat. There are some fantastic places. We love Arizona. We are selling a lifestyle. We are promoting a lifestyle. We are official promoters of Arizona. So real estate kind of comes secondary, but we've been doing it a long time. Listen, thanks again for making it Arizona's #1 podcast, The Lockbox. This is because of you guys. Really appreciate it. Again, the show's created by you. You send the emails, the ideas. Go on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's under the GRANDON Group, GRANDON Group, and send me emails and stuff like that. Hope you've enjoyed the live version. Listen, I love criticism, So let me know as far as video goes what I need to do different, because I kind of, it's a little weird, but compared to the podcast. But we'll get the hang of it, and with all the podcasts coming up, we're going to have a blast. I am so excited for you to meet some of these people we have coming. Listen, Happy New Year. We are off to a good start, and we will see you on the next episode. I'm Jason Grandon, LOCKBOX, the Grandon Group, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team. See you soon.